Last week, you identified which dimensions in your marriage are challenged. So today,
we're giving you the exact action plan to strengthen each one.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to become one flesh in marriage. This is your biblical action plan.
That's right.
Based on Genesis 2:24.
We're going to provide one specific step for each dimension of becoming one flesh in marriage. Now, that's what we like. That one flesh, we like to call it weave.
Yeah, and by the end of this video, you can have a complete roadmap. Yes, a roadmap for strengthening intimacy in a Christian marriage. It's not a theory. No. There's practical steps you can start when? Today.
So let's do a quick recap from part 1. Genesis 2:24 says, they shall become one flesh, or again, what we term weave. We're going to share with you practical steps to strengthen each dimension, physical, spiritual, emotional, social, economic, and practical unity. It's not our opinion. This is God's design for restoring marital unity.
That's exactly right. If you've missed part 1, don't worry about it. The link is in the description. Stop this video and watch part 1 first. Then come back, and we're going to give you one specific step for each dimension.
Yes, that's all right.
Yeah, let's start with the physical unity action plan. Prioritizing intimacy starting when? This week. Step 1.
That word can get you.
Exactly. Step 1, if you need to reschedule sex, schedule it.
Reschedule or schedule?
Schedule it.
We're going to reschedule.
Schedule it. Don't leave it to chance. It's not unromantic. It's intentional. Put it on the calendar.
That's right.
That's right.
And the second step is study what brings your spouse pleasure. Ask those questions. What makes you feel loved physically? What would make our intimacy better for you? Don't avoid those questions. Have them. This is an area of marriage that God gave only to marriage. Sex was created for marriage.
Step 3 is daily physical affection beyond sex. For example, hug when you wake up.
Yes. Hug.
Kiss goodbye. Yep. Hold hands.
Hold a hand.
And touch. You know what? It really, really matters.
It does. And step 4, if there are medical or emotional barriers for your intimacy, get help. Don't feel ashamed. See a doctor. See a counselor. Don't just accept a sexless marriage. Remember, sex was created for marriage only. We got it going on everywhere else. It should be going on in the marriage bed. Remember, we're one flesh. Our bodies belong to each other in a covenant.
Yep, exactly. So let's move on to the spiritual unity action plan.
Yes. So this is where we are pursuing God together today. So our step 1 is we're going to pray together daily, even if it's just 5 minutes before bed. It doesn't have to be long. We're looking for consistency. We're celebrating progress over perfection.
Yeah, exactly right. So let's look at step 2. It's pick a devotion or a book in the Bible and just read it together. For example, start with Proverbs.
Oh, that's a great choice.
Read 1 chapter a day. There's 31 days in a month. Read it out loud together, for example. Then talk about what really stood out.
That's right. Step 3, find a ministry and serve together. There is nothing like serving with your spouse. It literally, when you serve side by side, it bonds you spiritually.
And then step 4, talk about what God is teaching you. What is he teaching you? At dinner time, for example, what's God showing you this week? And make that conversational normal in your home.
So make it normal. I love that. Make it normal.
Make it normal. So let's look at the emotional unity action plan.
Okay.
It's going deeper this week. And that is in step 1. Schedule a weekly connection check-in. And that's just for 30 minutes. Okay. No distractions, just the two of you talking eye to eye.
That's right. And step 2, we're going to ask deep questions. We're not just going to ask logistics. We're looking for feelings. What's bringing you joy right now? What's stressing you out? What can I do to support you this week? Weeks change. They're not the same. So what can I do to support you this week? Again, have the conversation. Go deeper. Communication is important.
Exactly. And step 3 is to be vulnerable first. Be transparent to each other. Don't wait for them to open up.
Absolutely.
You go first. Share your fears. Share your dreams. Share struggles, because we all have struggles.
That's right. And step 4, if walls are built from past hurt, seek counseling. Don't do a DIY on past wounds. Get the help professionally. Your emotional intimacy is worth fighting for. Now, let's go out and look at the social unity action plan. Being a team starting now, step 1, present as a united front publicly. Never contradict your spouse in public. Never tear them down.
Yeah, and step 2 is speak well of your spouse. Always, always. Build them up in front of others. Brag about them. What you say about them to others shapes how others see your marriage.
That's right. And step 3, make decisions together, even small ones. Stop making unilateral decisions and announcing them. It's we now, not I.
Yeah, and then step 4 is work on building shared friendships. Not just our friends or their friends, our friends.
Absolutely.
Okay? Couples who have shared community have stronger marriages.
That's right.
So let's take a look at an economic unity action plan.
Yeah.
Where we create one pot.
Yeah.
Step 1 is if you have separate accounts, have the conversation about joining your finances. It's our money, okay, not my money or your money.
That's right. That's right. Step 2, let's budget together monthly. Sit down at the beginning of the month and decide where the money is going. Every dollar has a name and every decision is joint.
Yeah. And step 3, set shared financial goals. What are we as a couple saving for?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's an emergency fund. Maybe it's a house, retirement, generosity goals.
Radical transparency. No secret purchases, no hidden credit cards.
Yeah.
Every transaction is visible to both of you. Trust in marriage includes financial honesty. Yeah. And the last action plan is practical unity action plan. That means dreaming together about shared vision. So step 1, sit down this week, not next week, this week, and ask, where do we see our marriage in 5 years? Not where I see it or where you see it, but where do we see it?
Yeah. And then step 2 is set goals together. And then maybe ministry goals, maybe it's family goals, travel goals, career goals. Write them down and make them specific. Yeah.
And step 3, create a shared bucket list. I love this because what do we want to do together before we die? We want to go to the Holy Land. Dream big, dream specific, dream together.
Yeah. And then step 4 is a talk legacy. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to leave behind?
Yeah.
Your marriage isn't just about you. It's about impact, influence, and then legacy.
That's right. So here's our assignment for all of us becoming one flesh in marriage, or what we call weave. We want to do a weave audit with our spouse this week.
Yeah. So sit down together with the list of these 6 dimensions and rate them each one honestly now, 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Pick the one dimension that scored the lowest.
That's right. Then choose one action step. We gave you 4 action steps for each dimension. Yeah. One action step we want you to implement this month. Do not try to fix everything at one time. It is overwhelming.
Yeah. And remember, they shall become one flesh. It's a process.
Yes, it is.
This takes time. You're not behind. You're not failing.
No,
you're just beginning the journey. God's design.
That's right. So every time you take one step toward biblical marriage unity, you're aligning with God's design, with his blueprint. When you lead fully and you cleave faithfully and you weave completely, you experience the flourishing of God, the way God intended for marriage.
That's exactly. So share this with a couple who needs this biblical marriage action plan. It's so important.
That's right. Click that subscribe button right now for more practical information on teaching God's design, his blueprint for marriage.
And remember, you can have the marriage God's design.
Oh, when you leave and cleave and weave. And you know what? We're cheering you on, and we hope you're cheering us on.
That's right. So until next time, you say I do.
And we are here to help you stay I do.